Happy day, everyone. I am Erica Kessie, Thrive Strategist and CEO of Your Goal Concierge. I offer fractional COO services to healthcare organizations, specifically working on their employee retention, engagement, and operational excellence, specifically through a three-step process of assessment, implementation, and sustainability. And I'm very pleased to be here for How Imposter Syndrome Causes Burnout, Combat, and Thrive, because I have a new offering, as you can see it here, Corporate Escape. It is for individuals who can be healthcare or leaders, but also it could be counselors, coaches, individuals who want to pivot out of corporate into a thriving coaching business. And I am joined here with my amazing Chief Operating Officer, Abby. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, hi, happy day, everyone. My name is Abby. I am the CEO and owner of Cleaned Empire. I offer virtual COO services as well as online business management services and outsource VAs to help you with your business. So hopefully we can prevent, burnout from happening to you. I'm going to include a link here in a little bit for my free ebook, which is outsourcing VAs. So it kind of helps explain what you should be looking for and things like that if you are interested. And Erica, I'm just so excited to be here with you today.
Yes. I love spending time with you. Absolutely. I get several opportunities today to spend time with you, and this is another opportunity that we have. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I am just wanted to share with you all. I'm going to put a link. It's bit.ly/escape plan. bit.ly/escape plan. I'm going to put that in here for you all because this is a preliminary escape plan. And I did want to go ahead and highlight that today because the reason why we are here is to pretty much talk about how we can be in situations that are not the right fit. We can feel it. We know it. It's just we dread going certain places, dealing with certain people, and those things, right? But we just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it because we believe that we're concerned about how people are going to respond if we do not continue to stay in these situations. And so the corporate escape program is about that. You should not be in any place where you are feeling conflicted every moment. Always there's some kind of situation that's happened. You're disgruntled. You're frustrated. That is taken away bits of your life with you being in this situation and allowing yourself to be basically abused. And I know that a lot of times it's because you don't recognize just how amazing you are and how you don't deserve to be in those kind of circumstances. Yes. So then you self-sabotage or you have negative beliefs and then you believe that and then someone will tell you and reiterate that thought and keeps you stuck. You may even be avoiding taking a step outside of doing what you know you should be doing. You could be procrastinating or thinking that you have to make sure everything is perfect before you can do something. Or it could be quitting. Or it could be self-destructive behavior. Like I'm just going to gamble or I'm just going to have my alcoholic beverage every time I get off work. Right? Yep. And also it could be that you are numbing yourself out and not allowing yourself, like you've been in such a hard situation for so long that you don't even feel your feelings anymore. Like you've numbed yourself. It's like you have allowed your hand to be on a hot eye and now it has calluses on it. So tough that you can't even feel the heat as much as you used to feel the heat because you have created a tolerance to the abuse. Lastly, well, two more. There's a lack of motivation that you may be experiencing and discomfort. All of these are particular common symptoms that may show up in your life when you are experiencing imposter syndrome.
Mm.
Yeah, it's it's insidious. It's a lot and people have to truly truly take a moment and recognize and just like think through your environment. If you feel inside of yourself like you have a gut instinct about things and things are just not right and you have just sat in it, maybe you need to pivot out of that bad circumstance into one that will be beneficial to you. So I have in here, a lot of people are afraid to take a plunge. Now, let me tell you, this preliminary escape plan is not about you escaping into my program. Listen, I'm not even about, you don't have to do my program. I do want you to get out of that bad situation, though. I do, I do want you to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
think that you deserve that. I want you to be safe. Ooh, I want you to be safe. And so then if you check out that preliminary escape plan, it talks through what is the vision that you have for your life? What does your self-care and supporters look like? Have
Mm.
you done any exploration and done any research on what you really want to do for yourself? Do you know yourself? And lastly, what have you done to set yourself up in order to do that escape? Yes, I covered it all. I'm not saying just jump out into sit in any kind of situation. I'm saying start working on you being in a better situation and watch how quickly you're able to leap into somewhere that is safe and secure. Now, I know I've chatted it up. Abby, I've said a lot. So I know you probably got several points you want to say or mention and bring up from what I just said. So I'm going to let you go ahead and whatever you want to, however you want to chime in here.
Yeah, so I do because I am definitely listening, and I think that there is there does come a point in time, especially in your business and things like that, where you say, like you said, you want to create a safe space, and you want to, there are some situations that people get involved with where they don't need to, they have no business in, and at the same time, I think a lot about, purpose and things like that too. And sometimes purpose isn't going to always be what we think it's going to be. And it's not always going to be as stress free as we think, and part of that we can take on a little bit, right? Because sometimes it's like um you're responsible for how you react. Not what's going on, but how
Oh,
you react
great.
to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point and when do we figure out, you know what I'm saying, where how do we decipher and discern, right? Where, because we don't want to give up on anybody if we're serving a purpose and a good purpose in their life, right? And at the same time we do want to take care of ourselves. So at what point, do would you say or would you think that we discern that? At what point, do people finally say, "Look, enough is enough"?
At what point?
Yeah.
Let me just say, we are so accustomed to enduring. It's let me just tell you something. I do this thing on Fridays with a friend. Her name is there's no reason for me to tell her name, but I do this thing where we go to have coffee on Fridays. And the first time I went, the first thing I thought was, I don't even want to leave the house to do this, because when I leave the house, I have to experience other people's energies. I have to travel on the road. I have to get dressed. I have to. And then one thing that we have to do, right, is go sit in cold places, okay? Cold, most places, aren't they? Go sit in
Yeah.
cold places on hard seats, right? And I'm like, at my house, it's it's warm. At my house, I have my soft couch I'm sitting on, or my bed. So the first thing I said to her was, "Are there any soft seats? Because I'm willing to endure the cold temperature, because there's nothing I can do about that. But I know that a place can have a soft seat for me, right? Or I don't want to go. Like, why would I
Yeah.
sit there for an hour on a hard seat? But we are so accustomed to, like, it's down to that, Abby. It's down to that. Like, I don't even think we all recognize just how much we're enduring on a regular basis.
Yeah. And I
I
think
want to
part of that
sit on
comes
a
from we
soft
don't
seat.
we I think part of
I
that
want to
comes
sit on a
from we're
soft seat, Abby. What were
yeah.
you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say I think some of that comes from, we get so caught up in our purpose sometimes and what we're doing and how, how we're serving other people that we forget to take a moment for ourselves, right? And what we need, you know? Because maybe it's just as simple as you don't need to do that weekly, maybe once a month, maybe a couple times a month. If you want to do it completely virtual, you can do it completely virtual. Technology has become a hit since COVID. I won't even get into that story about how, technology is and stuff like that, because the things I was trying to do prior to COVID, as far as like um meetings and stuff, virtual meetings and things like that, and working from home and stuff, everybody shut me down. Everybody shut me down. And then boom, COVID hit. I actually walked away from a job one time because after COVID, because I brought up working virtually and stuff like that with them, and they shut me down. And then after COVID hit, they tried to offer, well, I got furloughed. Okay, let's start there, because it was very professional. I mean, there's no ill will, no love lost or anything like that. I mean, they were, I still think the company I worked for was great at the time, but my time was up, right? Because I came with them with an idea, and honestly, and I'm not trying to be how do I put this? I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but the idea that I came up with, that I brought to them just as an employee, would have better prepared them for when COVID hit.
Yep.
And they didn't listen. They
Because they
shut me
not
down.
listening. Yes, they're not trying to. They don't want it to be your. They don't want it to be your idea, but they'll take it.
Yeah. But it was just when they said, yeah, we want you to come back and stuff, I had to officially walk away from it. And I'm like, look, I appreciate it, because they were going to get, I would have been a different position, but they would have given me the same pay and things like that. But I was like, with all due respect, I appreciate it. I love you guys. I have enjoyed my time there, but I feel like I would be doing myself a disservice if I go back. And so I'm going to have to respectfully decline and move on. But I appreciate it. So when you start recognizing the value in yourself, I think that's a good way to discern when you say enough is enough.
Right, and and it's gotten to the point for me where it's it's everything. I want everything to be, I want to be satisfied. I want to be looking for that. Um, because I've spent too much time not being. And so
Yeah.
I get to set up the circumstances for my satisfaction because no one else is going to do that for me. And I
Right.
think a lot of people have an expectation, and a lot of people want you to curate these spaces for them for to have the experience that they want. But how about you make a decision about what you want it to be like? For example, okay, this is what it is. If I want to go to a coffee shop and I know that I, for example, I asked this person, is it hard seats? She giggles at me, but now every time we go places, she scopes out soft seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
That's
scopes
awesome.
she scopes them out and says, "Oh, there's soft seats, and I'm gonna make sure I get one for us." And I'll go, "Wonderful." Now, if there's no soft seats, guess what? I will bring a pillow. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Or if it's cold, I bring a blanket to go over my legs
Yeah.
because why not? If
Right.
I don't like something, then I'm gonna give myself what I want. Like, what's so funny about this is we have whole bags that we carry around for our kids to make sure they're comfortable. They'll have their binky in there, they'll have their diapers, their wipes, their powder, their teething ring, their little toy, their this, their snacks, their juices, their blah, right? To make sure
Mhm.
they're good when you go out,
Absolutely.
right?
Mhm.
We do that for babies, but we don't do that for ourselves. No, I'm a baby. I need what I need in order for me to be comfortable. And that's every situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say on
Hello,
the
everyone. I
contrary.
see you all watching. Please come on in and say hello. I would love to hear from you. We're talking about how imposter syndrome causes burnout. How has it affected you? But what were you saying, Abby?
I was just gonna say, like on the contrary, I am like that kind of everywhere I go. I keep a jacket in my car. When I used to actually have to physically go to a workplace, I'd have a shawl. Be the only way. It'd be the only place I wear a shawl, really, because it'd be like an oversized blanket and stuff for me. And I love them, and I would have, and found some way to prop my feet up, and because I'm gonna be comfortable. If I already gotta be there 8 hours a day, I'm gonna be comfortable. You know.
Listen. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that's what we deserve. But
Right.
it's
I'm like
not
that in my
common.
personal life.
Yeah, but it's not common. It's not common, and a lot of people are in situations and they're enduring it. I'm talking about people who are going back. People who have imposter syndrome usually are experts, natural geniuses, perfectionists. They are superhero, Superman. They they are rugged individualists. They're experts. So if anybody needs to be comfortable, it's these people who are serving the world very well.
Mhm.
And so I just corporate escape is an opportunity for people who want to serve well and they are in a space and in a organization where I am appreciative of their expertise and I simply want to give them a pretty much a formula on how to make money doing what they love, what they already have are an expert in, but not in a system that is not the best fit system for them. They get to curate their opportunity with the coaching practice. Because that's
Yeah.
exactly what I did. I attempted to be a counselor. I am, FYI, I am a licensed professional counselor. I am a certified positive intelligence coach, but I've been through a lot to be able to even get to the point to say that I am that. But I went through a whole story. You can read my story on my website. You can go to your goal concierge. I'll put it down here /founder and hear my story. Or see my story. And it was basically, I say coaching saved my life, and it did, because I was a single mom, and I went to take my exam to get my license, or to get one step closer to my license, and I was turned away, and I was already devastated. I was still trying to make it work, still trying to do all the things. Before that, I had got bullied by, well, first of all, almost kidnapped by a counseling client, then bullied by a supervisor, then another supervisor wanted to coerce me into providing um, information on my client to him that was confidential. That was confidential. Um, I lost a baby, and then I got told that I couldn't do my exam. All
Mm,
that,
mm,
all that. And I said to myself, that's okay. That's all right, y'all. Apparently, I must not. It must not be meant for me to get my license right now. Well, at that moment, it was like it must not be meant for me to get my license. So I started coaching, because I already had clients that I was seeing. I already had clients that had followed me. All those places that I told you about with those different people, I took my clients with me. They followed me at least 4 times to different locations. Me trying to get us all in a safe place. And
mm,
so I had 20 people that I was working with. So I couldn't just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna be a counselor," and then tell them I can't see them anymore. No, I said I'll be a coach, because coaching, you can coach people. There's no regulations on coaching. So basically, I provided mental health coaching.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. That,
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing testimony though, because like the amount of people that really don't overcome the things that you have even, described and stuff like that. I mean, just to um really, I bet imposter syndrome hit you hard during around that time, I'm sure.
I
Correct.
you know it I had to remember my value. But I will say that because I had people who were looking at me and looking for me to be there for them, I I went into like I felt burnt out in getting everybody to a safe place. Getting
Mhm.
all of us to a safe place. I did feel that once we got to the safe place. Um but I'll have to say I didn't stay stuck places. Like as soon as it didn't act right, as soon as the supervisor wanted to bully me, or some I almost got kidnapped, or whatever happened, I moved. I moved. I pivoted, which is why I call this corporate escape pivot into your own thriving coaching business. Is because I know how to pivot, baby. I know how to pivot. You are not talking to somebody who don't know how to do this. I know how to get myself in the right situations. And that's exactly what happened. Um and I think the reason why I I experienced imposter syndrome earlier in my life, but before I became a counselor, I had 20 years of experience in healthcare. Going back to what I mean talking about being the fractional COO, I had 20 years of experience in healthcare in corporate America. That when this situation happened, when I was branching out on my own, I knew that I could always go back into healthcare, or I knew that I believed in myself. Another thing
Mm.
about me is I really haven't been a kind of person who um hold on for just a minute. I don't know why my daughter's phone is in my room, you know? Like, is she coming? Oh, now I know why. Now I know why. She was showing me something on her phone, and then she left it, and now, yeah. Anyway, but I think is that actually that's time, isn't it? No, we no,
No,
we're
we got
going
about 4 more
30
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, we got about a couple more minutes, but I just had I have had so much life happen to me even before that. Um, and also when I got turned away, so I got turned away to be able to sit for my exam because I had my daughter with me, because I had lost my child, because I had lost all the people who were in my life. So I had her with me. And she was the reason that I couldn't sit for the exam, because they wouldn't let her be in the lobby. Even though I had someone that was going to be on the phone with her the whole time, they wouldn't let her sit in the lobby while I went in and took this hour exam.
Mm, mm, mm.
Even though they were standing in the lobby, these moderators, they wouldn't let my daughter stay in the lobby. Anyway, so I had her looking at me. So I was like, I gotta get myself. I gotta figure this out. I can't just be upset, and I can't endure. So let me pivot into something that's gonna work for me. Okay, coaching doesn't have all this rigmarole. Got to go through. Let me do that. Now,
Yeah.
did I end up with a license? Did I end up being certified coach? Yes, I ended up still being able to do that. It just wasn't the timing at that moment. I just want to say, if you're listening in on this, even hashtag replay, you can put hashtag replay in the comments. This is your moment. I'm telling you now, you can pivot out of a bad situation. You can bolster up and go ahead and get yourself into a thriving coaching business. This program's only 10 weeks. The program's only $500, which is a steal.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, in
actually just had
comparison to a lot.
hmm I actually just had a lady sign up. I'm really excited about that. She's a counselor, and she got signed up to do the corporate escape program. And the program starts August the 3rd. And would love to have more people to join us. So really excited about it. And I know it's going to grow, and it's going to touch who it needs to touch, because the beautiful story behind the lady that signed up was I was doing this startup build up program, and I was pitching the corporate escape to the group of people that was there, right? Well, she was in town for her mother's funeral, or to get her mother's her mother's funeral arrangements together, right? Well, in order to take a break, she came to this class just to take a rest, just to be there with somebody who invited her, right?
Mm-hmm.
After she heard me talk about corporate escape, she said, "You were pitching it for me." My mother told me that I should pivot into coaching.
Mm.
Yeah. I said, I am honored to be your pathway into it. And I know it's meant because God set that up. God set that. That's a setup. That's a setup for her, for me. Like, come on. Like what? That's a beautiful story.
Yeah,
And it makes
I
me
agree.
feel so aligned with what I'm doing in my life if I'm able to offer this to someone who has been waiting and wanting the right circumstances to do what they need to do for themselves. This is for anyone listening. It's time for you to make a decision. It's time for you not to procrastinate any longer. It's time for you not to be a perfectionist. It's time for you not to self-sabotage. It's time for you to not do all those things that I mentioned earlier and to go ahead and take the plunge. You can go to bit.ly/escape plan, and you will see the preliminary escape plan for you to even look at and know that I have a very thorough program for you. And you will be able to pivot out into a coaching practice within 10 weeks. So there's that. But before we go, I do want Abby you to share about your ebook.
Yeah, so I touched on a little on it at the beginning too, but I did share my bit.ly link. It is bit.ly/VA_ebook. And what that is a free outsourcing guide for to outsource virtual assistants for your business. So hopefully they can help prevent burnout. And also, if you would like a consultation, because I do offer the virtual COO services as well as online business management, that can be found on my website, queendomempire.com, and just go to the resources tab, and you should be able to schedule there.
Okay, awesome. I do want to say one extra thing is if you are a VA and you're looking to partner and have a powerful referral partner, then Abby has an opportunity. So you can reach out to her through LinkedIn and get on her preferred powerful referral list. There's a form that she has that you can complete. And so we're definitely compiling individuals to be her powerful referral partners.
Definitely, definitely. I'm excited. I had a couple people actually sign up this week, so I'm excited to
Oh,
talk to
yeah, I
them.
know. Oh, I know.
Mhm.
Oh, I know. I know. I'm excited about it. And we're going to keep it up. But
Yes,
anyway,
absolutely.
you all have an amazing rest of your week. We will see you next week for how imposter syndrome causes burnout. I would love to. I saw a lot of y'all come through. I saw a whole lot of folks come through. If you have any questions or anything that you need, maybe you needed to, come in and then leave out. We are here to answer any questions. Would love to know anything that you may have come up in your mind, which caused you to come into this space. Let us know. We'll love to hear from you. You all have a great rest of your day. Abby,
Yes,
create a magnificent day.
I will. And you
Okay.
do the same.